Hello, welcome to another edition of A Minute with the Mayor, and it's a really special privilege to have in the Council Committee room today two very well-known and well-respected gentlemen in the Temora Shire. Brendon Fritsch, who obviously you're a former councillor, Brendon, welcome to you, and Mr Durham, a now retired businessman, welcome to you, Gordon.
Thank you.
I've asked these two gentlemen to be here simply because of their involvement with Lake Centernary. Now, we're all benefiting very much from the work that these two and their fellow team members have done. You look out there at a lake full of water. We look at the beautiful green grass, we look at the playground equipment, we look at the lake loop. It is just something so special. And what we need to do is to take the time to remember how did the lake come to be. Now, Brendon was the chairman of what was known as the Temora District Development Committee.
Correct. And
treasurer was Gordon. And I'd like to firstly start with you, Brendon, just say, how the heck did this happen?
Well, it come about that there's been talk about the lake for quite some time, but it was going nowhere. And then when I was president of Apex, we were looking for a project. We said, once they would call a public meeting and see what happens. We had over 300 people there. Wow. From that we formed this committee, which is a very good committee. And we visited a lot of different sites, didn't we, Gordon?
We did.
We looked at about half a dozen possible sites, and we ended up out at this one. And of course I think that turned out to be the best site anyway, plus it was close proximity to town.
So obviously you selected the site.
Yes.
What about the fundraising? Now, Gordon, you were telling me yesterday that there was some fundraising activities that took place.
Yeah, well, we raffled a car.
Yes.
And the local girl happened to win that. I think out of our, what do we have, 21,000 tickets?
Yes.
For Brendon. I think we sold about 17,000 tickets.
Yes. Peter Hunter myself travelled out with Jim Taylor was in the local member.
Yep. And
he got us a meeting with the Minister for Sport and Rec, who was Jim Booth, LP. He was a really nice guy, actually. He gave us a very good hearing. I think we got $66,000, which doesn't sound a lot, but it was back then. And then council put forward money, plus the money we raised, etc. It got us up and going.
And so when did it open? When was it? 1980?
81, I think, was it, Brendon?
Yes, I think it was. See, I think 1980 was our centenary.
Yes.
And the building of the lake had already started. And it was called Lake Centenary because of the town Centenary.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure it was opened in March 81.
Okay. So do you remember the opening?
Yes.
The opening day. So that was in 81, you suggest?
Yeah, we had the member for Griffith, Jack Hallam.
Right.
And he opened the lake for us. And he was a member of the Department of Fisheries and Agriculture. And he said, we'll send over about 20 or 30,000 silver perch fingerlings from Narandra fishery. And we thought, well, that's great. So we're going out there thinking this big truck's going to turn up with all these fish. Well, it was a plastic garbage.
27,000 fish.
that long.
So there would have been a huge crowd. Had to have been.
Oh, on the day? Yeah. So we had different sailing and speedboat things happening all day. Miss Lake Centenary.
Oh, you had a Miss Lake Centenary.
The day of the opening, there was 78 crafts on the water.
Yes.
Whether they be canoes, speedboats, sailing boats, or tinnies.
Look, I have to say, gentlemen, we could talk all day and all night about this. Thank you very much for your time, and we thank you for your service and your fellow committee members, because it is important that whilst we move forward that we salute those that have gone before us, and we're very grateful you fellas had the passion and the drive to make it happen. So thank you for spending a minute or so with the Mayor.
You're welcome.
Thank you.